Hello everybody, it's Mr. Cressy. How is everybody doing out there? Hopefully everything is going okay. Ooh, what a busy day, everything has been dropping at once. So here we've got this new round for unique equipment here. I did do a little video on that earlier. And a little look at Ranfer. We've got this special exchange ticket as well if anyone wanted to buy that. And of course, the main event, our Golden Week Prifest Violet, which is what we're here for today to summon for. You still have got one free pull from the Golden Week free pulls that we did have this last few days, saved for that. On those pulls, I didn't get anything at all, no new characters on that, but I wouldn't say it was a complete and utter waste. I did get about 70 shards for Commander Makoto, who is now put on a unique equipment and limit breaker without having to spend any DAs or anything. Thing is though, with this Violet's release, I think it's another nail in Commander Makoto's coffin, unfortunately. The last sort of thing that she did have that was a little bit different on Dark Physical was the defense, the attack debuffs that she put down, and now we've got Violet that does the defense and the attack debuffs as well as supporting the team and everything, being the tank and all of that. I imagine if you're already going to be summoning on the Prifest banner for Violet, you've already done so. How has everybody done with that? Has anybody wait, does anybody even wait? I don't know why anybody would even wait. Unless you're short of a few jewels, I don't know why anybody would be waiting. Anyway. Mostly I've had a look around for today and what she's been doing. So I've had a look at Violet. Let's jump over to banner then. And, well, as Prefests go, I don't think she's really on the face of everything as crazy as like last year when we got Anemone. She's certainly not broke the game like Anemone did last year. However, I think she's going to be a very useful character to have, very viable. She is physical, but I don't see why she wouldn't work on a magical team as well. She does everything for physical and magical, attack buffing and defense lowering, so there is no reason why she couldn't be used on a magical team as well. And what she has brought is what the physical team at least needed. She's covered all the weaknesses of Grace. Why Grace was a little bit like, instead we're going to use Eris, because there wasn't really anything on this dark physical team, or there wasn't enough on this dark physical team to keep us alive. We didn't have the healing, we didn't even have so much the TP, there was a bit of TP. And that is what Violet does. She covers Grace's weaknesses so that we can use Grace with Violet, and we don't need to use Ares for her barriers and their healing and everything like that. So I think that Violet here is going to be a pretty good Prefest character. Now we are a little bit early today. I don't know whether this is better for people or not. Might be better for people in Europe. It's a little bit earlier in the day. I don't know if it's so good for those in America, and everybody over in, well, at least the Far East is probably still in bed. So, hello to all the VOD gang that are watching. So we jump in then. We haven't had the obligatory 10 minutes yet or anything. Let's see if anybody else wants to join in. I mean, coming in a little bit earlier today. To be perfectly honest with you, it's because, well, if anyone else is a Hololive fan, a VTuber fan or a Hololive fan, from 8 o'clock UK time, which is in just under an hour, everybody is going to be watching the Myth Relay. Last time that Gura is doing collabs with other Myth teammates and other Myth members. So then Gura's going to be doing her final 3D live graduation stream later today, which is a pretty big thing anyway. Everyone's eyes is going to be on that. So we are in here a little bit earlier then to try to summon for Grace. Now, there are a lot of, maybe we can just, before we just jump in, there are quite a few characters that we don't have that we could maybe get from here if we were lucky. There's quite a few of the banner units here that we don't have. For Prifest units, it's these three down here: Alan Gray, Akino Sarin, Princess Yui, obviously Violet, and then we've got Hamare up here at the top. So there's only 4 Prifests other than Grey, I'm not going to call it Grace, Violet, that we don't have. So hopefully we can have some good luck with that. More the better luck we get, the longer we can continue on this streak. Now it looks like, I haven't looked at this banner too much, but it doesn't look like we've got double rates or anything on here. It's just a Prifest banner. There's not even any prize gotcha or anything, it doesn't look like. So at least there's no way to choose which shards you want to get, so it doesn't look like we're getting any of those on here. So maybe it's not the best value Prifest in the year. That will be the next one when we get half anniversary. Anyway, without further ado, let's do our free pull then, and let's see how we do with these summers then. Is Violet coming home for tea? Or is she going to string things out a little bit? Well, we have got 2, no double rates or anything, we have got 2. Oh, Weemy, it's a Prifest, but it's what we've already got. We can't wait, there's no way that we recreate the Ho-Chan summons and get a first multi on a free multi. Come on, one more. Download bar is off again, like always, so we don't know if it's a new character until we click on them. Where is it? Oh, Hatsune. I've been Hatsune for a while. Well, the dream was alive for... the dream was alive for a moment. That would have been pretty crazy, actually, if we'd have done it back-to-back. First multi-new character. Anyway, that was a free pull, so I guess we haven't really lost anything, and we are one multi closer to that pity. So let's continue, shall we? Karen, are we going to get some good luck here? I mean, with all of the... well, I suppose that's decent. Look, we've got another rainbow there. All the characters that they're releasing so far over this last few months, if people are still able to summon on this, then they're doing pretty well, I think. So, who have we got? Princess Sheffy. We're getting some Prifests here, but it's not ones that we've already got. Ones that we have already got. And then next month we've got, as we all know, the Alchemy Girls. More new characters into the game. Third multi, still no sparkly papers as we go in, but as we've seen, doesn't necessarily mean that we're not getting anything, although... And another... Come on, this is 3 multis in a row. That's 4 3-stars in our first 3. Come on, Violet. No, it's Ruka. Okay, so is the 3-star look going to run out? We're just going to end up with... We're getting our DAs back at least. So something there. There is something there. Multi number 4. Now it's when we start getting to the middle of a Prifest banner where things start to get a little bit more complicated. Started off with good luck. I mean, we couldn't continue with that forever. Now it's starting to look a little bit dicey out there. Looking just that little bit dicey. We've been teased a little bit, so this was going to be another lucky stream. But then, well, it's not materialised just yet. Nothing again. Well, I suppose we can't complain too much. Number 6, then. We like to see sparkly papers, Karen. Even if you get a spook us with a 3-star in there. Okay, now the look's starting to dry up a little bit. Hey, Karumi. Not even going to go into who we want to pity for if we get Violet. It looks like we may end up, I don't know, we may end up having to just pity for Violet here, which is not ideal. That's going to mean we'll probably not be summoning for the Alchemy Girls this next month coming up, which is going to be a little bit disappointing. I mean, we'll have to see what they do, but at these points, I think maybe we're going to start seeing things cool down a little bit. Not every character that's going to release is going to be changing the meta and pushing things a huge amount. Oh, well, my goodness me, from that really good start, the look is certainly drying up a little bit. Come on, Karen. Give us a rainbow paper, please. Rainbow papers. I mean, what do we need to do? Do we need to do that spin to win thing again? Spin to win. Well, spin into winning. Well, there we go. 2 rainbow papers. Come on, this has got to be Violet in here. Come on, she's right up. Right up, Karen. Nenica! All of a sudden we're getting the Prifest on the Prifest banner, but it's not the new one. It's not any that we don't have. Well, give us, if it's not Violet, give us a Kino Saren or somebody, please. Okay, we only have one more chance though. I mean, can't complain about that. Riri! And honestly, Riri is probably the character I have pulled the most. I went to Pity on Air banner when she first came out, and I must have seen her about 10 times since. Well, our hopes were raised and dashed again. Multi number 10 is we're halfway there. Halfway there. I still haven't seen a sparkly paper carrot, even though we've had quite a few 3 stars. What's going on there? There's another one here. Can this be Violet? Can it be somebody new? I mean, give me Chica, the ceremonial Chica or somebody, and we will call it a W. Are we getting, does that make us sound like we're getting desperate? Please, just give us somebody new. Yori, Ray, Ilya! Ilya Ornstein, Des. Nice to see you, Ilya, but not right now. Holy moly, right. Yes, we're not really saving a huge amount of jewels today, are we? Oh my goodness me. Come on then. 3! Can you beat that? 3! 3! 3! We have got 3. Each neat Sam, count them. 3 rainbow stars here. If we do not get Violet in this multi, this has been the biggest troll summon ever. The biggest troll summon ever. It's new, but that looks Christmassy background. That's not Violet. It's EO. We've got somebody new. We've got Xmas EO. Okay. Okay. She's not been used a huge amount, but I won't complain about that. Another new character that we didn't have. And we've still got 2 more. Come on, 3 new characters. Okay, the next one's not a new character. It is the Summer Shizaru. But we've got 1 more to go. Come on, the last one has to be Violet. Please! Please, Violet! It is! This is Violet! It must be! Hey, well, a multi-summon that was. Now that was a multi-summon. 2 new characters in it. And Violet, there we go. We have got Violet now. Karen didn't quite troll us that much there. What was that multi-summon? Alright, that should be a clip. If I was big enough, if I was a big enough VTuber and there was clippers doing clips, that would be a clip there. Okay, so how many multis are we at now? We are 2 new characters there. We're halfway. That was 110. So, I honestly don't think it is worth continuing to Pity to get. It would have been the Kino Saren that I would get with Pity if I went all the way to Pity. They are probably the better of all the characters here that I don't have. No, we still, I mean, that is still going to be like 13,500 jewels, isn't it, to go to Pity. If it was a little bit closer, say 5 or 4 multis away, then maybe we would have gone to Pity. To get a Kino Siren, there will always be other chances, probably again at the end of June. At the end of June, so in 2 months' time, there's going to be another Prifest for half anniversary. Maybe we'll end up getting them on them. So no, I don't think it is a very good idea to continue summoning. But two new characters. I mean, Xmasio. I mean, don't want to sound ungrateful. There could have been someone a little bit more useful. But no, we're glad nice to see Xmasio there. So what we're going to do then quickly, because it only took 15 minutes or so to do their multis. Another summons there to get our violets. We're going to build violets and then maybe give it a little bit of a run, and that'll probably be it for today. It's a very sad day for VTubers, so we've all got to go, and it's like, I don't want to quite say a funeral, but we're all going away to a leaving party. In about an hour or so, the leaving party begins. So here we go. We have got our violet here, so let's get a few shards first, get it to 5-star, level her up, see what EX equipment she needs or can use. That was a tank. Maybe she's going to have a better EX 5-star equipment that we can put defensive equipment, so defensive skills on it. Something a little bit different. It's not going to be one of those blooming staffs again, is it? It can't be. Excuse me. Right, so let's get our shards up to 270. Our DAs have gone back up again. I did use quite a few of those for June, Xmas June, to level up her unique equipment for last clan battle, and then I never used her in the clan battle. It goes like that. Because she kept dying on that timeline. She needed level 360 or 320, 330, whatever unique equipment. So I was like, can we maybe get away with it? At least about 250? No, we couldn't. But by then I was like, no, I'm not spending it anymore. But we got quite a lot of DAs there because I was under 4,000. So maybe we'll be able to level up a few more characters. So we've got 10 more there. I absolutely can't believe that multi. Three stars, and 2 of them were new. That is crazy stuff, because we're going to have to get some EO shards later, but first, let's focus on Violet, who is the main event of this video. So, actually, it is easier to do it out here. We can do EO at the same time. We'll rank them both up to a maximum 36.4, is that what we're at the moment? And then we'll level them up here. And let's, should we put, there she is. Get her to 5-star, see what equipment she's got. We'll give her a little bit of a run through a little training fight. Give her a little bit of a run. Then I can do my video on it tomorrow. If we get it in, I've got lots of things to do tomorrow. It's been very nice weather here in the UK the last couple of days, and I think tomorrow is probably the last day of nice weather. So I wanted to get out and do some things with my car before it's 26 degrees or so tomorrow, which is pretty good for the UK. I mean, any of you that's living in the south of America or in Malaysia or Singapore or Thailand or Vietnam or anywhere around there, that's pretty cold. But 26 degrees is nice for the UK, especially at this time of year. And then over the weekend, it's going to drop back down to 10 again. So everything's going on at once. Get out into the sunshine. We need a bit of sun on ours to get some photosynthesis going. Right, so there we go. She is at 5-star. We could probably, I mean, whatever. At this point, we've got the DAs. Let's get 40 more. Limit breaker, why ever not? Because it's going to be like a year before our shards get into this master shop. And we can limit breaker from that. I should stop being stingy. Stop being stingy. She is the new Prifest character. Don't forget that. So there we go. A new tank, a new physical tank. Everyone, poor Yamato. Nobody likes Yamato. Why does nobody like Yamato? And well, on multiple targets, against multiple target bosses, Yamato is still probably going to be better because even though she does damage over time, this Violet, it's only single target damage over time, percentage of the hit points that the opponent has. So against bosses, that can be pretty good. Against, you know, smaller targets in other modes, maybe not so good. So there's quite a bit of testing is going to need to be done. So let's limit break. There we go. Limit break. And what EX equipment does she want? So is a shieldy shield. We'll give her an EX5 piece. Give her an EX5 piece for that. So let's just get some others for these. Defense and dodge might not be too bad. Attack and crit. Maybe she wants the defense and dodge because this last one here, that is the attack equip. So maybe this one here. As for this, I mean, what's these? No, I don't know. Maybe we'll see about that. Swapping out one of those EX4s. So we've got damage cuts and defense would be pretty good for her. But hit points and physical and the magical damage cuts would be pretty good for her. I mean, to be honest with you, she's probably going to be used against magical opponents, but no, it's Ranford. I'm getting mixed up here. It's Ranford that's got the physical only barrier. So yeah, but that will be okay. So like I said, try to look at two new characters in one day. My poor little brain. Anyway, hit points or defense. Hit points or defense. Hit points or defense. Hit points or more defense. I'm going to go with this one. I don't know how much of this refining materials I've actually got. We'll do 3-star for now. We'll not take in as long as we do it as quickly as we can. And what EX5 equipment does she use? Because I've got plenty of coins for this to buy something. So I'm going to assume that it's this. Is this what she has? Yes. And we don't have one of them, and that gives hit points as well. Got the money. How do you? Oh, damn. Silly me. I am pretty silly brain. Right. Okay. So we buy one of these. Does that mean we're not going to sit here for 6 hours and re-roll it? We are not going to sit here for 6 hours and re-roll it. Right. Shield. Just give us some kind of defense on it. We're going to watch this. We get 3 defense penetration straight away. We've got magical defense. We've got hit points. Oh, maybe it's not too bad. Magical defense. Hit points really low. We can do better than that. We can do better than that. Crit, attack. Well, it's better than it was, but it's not what we want from this. Just let's get something defensive on every one of them, and then we'll call it a day for now. More magical defense. Look at that. Told you. Defense penetration. We've got physical defense, a lot of magical defense, and some defense penetration. We're going to leave it at that. I don't know if that defense penetration is really going to do anything on Violet, seeing this damage is over time and as a percentage of hit points. I don't think that's going to work, but Save us from being in here for 6 hours. That will do. So let's put that on her. And then we'll go and give it a little run against some bosses and stuff. And see how she does. So where is she? She must have jumped up a little bit. Violet Doko! Well, it's Grace. She doesn't work very well with Grace. Grace, have you seen Violet anywhere? Everyone's just purple. Pink and purple. There we go. Let's stick that on her. Not that bad, actually. Physical defense by 3%. 3% physical damage cut effect as well. So that does physical defense. And then we've got some magical defense down here. So overall, not bad an equipment. Can we just... Can we lock it in here? We can't lock it in here. I don't know where we can lock it. We can lock it in here. EX equipment. This one. Thing. There we go. Right. Let's jump in then and give her a go. Hello, Chuggy. How are you doing? Congratulations on 1K real this time. Yes, thank you very much. I've been wondering what I can do. If there's anything special I can do for that, we like all the VTubers out there. Maybe a little while after the fact when they do a little celebration. Well, I'm having a little think about some kind of little celebration we can do for that. Hello, Kat. How are you doing? Buff Princess. Hey. Yes. Well, a little bit early today. I don't know if it's better times for you guys or not. Maybe we'll go back to the older time next time. But like we said, there's a lot going on this evening in terms of Hololive, which is why I don't want to be streaming over that, and I like to be watching it myself. So we're coming in early, and I was getting a bit, even though we had until 9 o'clock, which was another 2 hours from when we started to use the free pull, I was getting a little bit worried, even though I shouldn't need to be getting a little bit worried. We need to use that free pull. So actually, even though it was the 11 multis, we only paid for 10. So basically we went halfway to get there. How did the rolls go? Well, like as I was saying there, we got her on pull 11. It was a very, very, very good multi though. Three stars, and 2 of them were new characters. We got Xmas EO, and we got Violet, and the other one was the Summer Shizaru, but we are there. So 2 new characters, 11 pulls, although we did use a free one, so we only paid for 10, so 15k jewels. I suppose you can't really complain at all with that one. So what we're going to do is give her a little bit of a run. Shall we go against Magus? We never usually go against this magical one. We haven't put dark element here, so what would a dark physical single target team look like these days? Well, I guess we use Grace with Violet. Where is she? I haven't read her bonds yet either, but I suppose that'll do for later. Got her in 120, and also got Little Lyrical. Hey! Well, there we go. That is 2 very good Prifests. I'll call that a Bonza win. Is that an Australian thing? I don't know. Very, very good stuff there. 50 rolls for Cap, even better. Well, hopefully that means we can save a few jewels then for what is upcoming. I think we're going to have to be even more picky and even more choosy with where we spend our jewels coming up in the future. Bearing in mind, in another 2 months, I'm expecting another Prifest for half anniversary, so that could be a little bit of a thing to think about there. Definitely Rolling Louise. Well, there we go. That is a decision made. Whether she's the next one to come in a few days' time, or whether it's going to be later on in the month, we'll have to wait and see. Limited. No idea who next Prifest could even be. Well, there we go. That is the question, isn't it? I mean, they've kind of gone through all of the main new characters that's been announced. We're getting the alchemies this month. They could do an alt, or maybe it'd be an alt of somebody. Or, I can't even remember their names. The new villains of this latest story arc. Surely they're not going to be releasing. Would it be Freya? Do you think they could be Freya as a Prifest? For the half anniversary? She still hasn't got a card yet. And was kind of a big deal-ish in the story. We'll all have to wait and see then, won't we? Hopefully everyone will still be playing then and not giving up because they've got no jewels left. So, I guess that is the core then of this single target team. Who else do we put on? Do we put Erika? And I have got a unique equipment on her, so maybe she would go in there. As I said at the beginning of the stream, Manda Makoto, there really doesn't seem to be much use to run her anymore. Now we've got Violet's. Now Violet's lowering attack as well. We've got the Ultimaiden, maybe 6-star. Makoto might have a bit of a resurgence now. She doesn't have to face tank everything. But we have got a lot of defense down, I think, or at least some defense down with the other characters in here. So, unless we went for Vikala, who did have a bit of a healing role, which is now maybe taken by Violet as well. So, I don't know if you even need Kuriya that much either, because she was taking pressure off whoever the tank was. Freya still needs a princess form beat down to make her good. But I guess maybe we could get that for half anniversary perhaps, and then all of a sudden she appears right there. They're slowing down the story as well, so she's not gonna be for a long time that you think. Well, in that case, it's likely that it's going to be an alt of somebody else if we're not getting Freya. But is there anyone that hasn't got a princess form that might get a princess form? I mean, they're not going to do princess forms for Ultimaiden, are they? I mean, they've got princess forms for the Gourmet Guild and then Twinkle Wish. So princess form for an Ultimaiden character? Maybe they could do another trio unit. I mean, they haven't done any combined units for a while. I mean, what if they gave us a Twinkle Wish Prifest? It was all three of them, or perhaps an Ultimaiden for all three of them. I mean, they could do a Gourmet Guild with 4 characters in it. That would be a bit crazy, but yeah, their ideas are out there. The ideas are out there. So anyway, is this the kind of team you think we would go for Dark Physical? There's not really anybody that I'm missing, single target wise. I don't think that might make it on the team. It's just Ultimaiden, maybe Vikala still. Do we keep Makoto there? The 6-star one has a bit of a resurgence here. So, let's see how we do. I'm hoping then that we don't get killed, because if we get killed with Violet here, that would be absolutely terrible. So Grace and Violet finally get to run together. They haven't been silly like with the Bounty Sisters and put them all on different elements. So they don't really run that well together. Which I guess is good. Maybe people would have liked maybe a Ranford and a Misora that worked well together. Well, I suppose on Wind Magic we've kind of got that. It'll be interesting here to see how much damage Violet does, but I guess if it is really a percentage of the boss's hit points, that would mean in a normal fight, as the hit points were getting lower, damage would be going down. So I guess I need to check, is it a percentage of their max hit points, or is it a percentage of their current hit points? That is something we will look into for our video tomorrow, and make sure we can clarify on that. So, not bad, not bad, not bad. We're getting up to 450 million damage there on this boss. And we're not expecting damage out of Violet. That is not what her role is. As a tank, and it isn't huge. If she was an Anemone, but like tank anemone, that would have been pretty crazy. Violet, Grace, sorry, doing a decent amount of damage there. Eriko doing a lot more than our Alpha Christina here. Did she cancel her skill 2? Is that why things went a bit poop there? Because she cancelled her skill 2. Maybe we need to pay attention to that. We could maybe try swapping somebody out and putting somebody else in. Do you think maybe Riri... Let's give Riri and Percy a little go. See how this goes. That's 450,000, 450 million. Blooming heck. I believe it is. Is it going to be? It's going to be a dark abyssal battle in a few days' time. I still haven't seen any announcement for that, but I think that's what people are saying. So we've got a few new upgrades for that in this Violet and with Rantha. So that will be pretty good to see what teams. That'll be the first test, I guess. Before we have to wait for Clan Battle again at the end of the month to see where they go. Plus, I think. Pretty sure that she's going to make 710 Deep Quest attack a lot easier as well. That's one that a lot of people might have already completed. But nevertheless. I wonder if there's anybody that actually stands in front of Violet. I mean, other tanks would. I'm sure Miyako would. There we get a lot more damage here. I guess Christina kind of dropped a spaghetti on the last fight and probably cancelled their skill 2, and that's why it did so much, such a lower amount of damage on that last battle. Because this is a million times better. 715 million. Woof. Not like we're actually trying to get the highest score or anything here. No damage from Grace there. That's not a surprise as a tank. But shall we try Christina again? See if we can see if she did cancel. There wasn't even a boss. Actually, no, there wasn't even a boss for Clan Battle this last month that was a dark physical team either. We just had dark magic. So I wonder then if we can survive against Lancelot. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't imagine we're going to do an immense amount of damage. There's higher hit points here, so that'll make her, Violet there, do a little bit more damage, you would imagine. We can try this team again. I'm thinking about putting Christina back in. You'd thought that Christina, Alpha Christina, would have been the way to go. Maybe the problem for the physical team against this boss was we didn't have anyone to keep us alive. But then we could have always just run Ares, I guess. It's probably the defense of the boss or something. It means that the magic side was a lot better. But anyway, the sort of set and forget normal teams for this boss was getting around about 200 million damage. If we get anywhere near 200 million damage, then it would have made this a viable option, I suppose, for some people if it was available last Clown Battle. Also good in Arena 2. Well, as a tank, well, I haven't even thought about that. Maybe it could be good for Arena. We'll have a little think about that when we go over in a bit of detail tomorrow. I think she's got a lot of, it's this damage over time thing though. I mean, how would a dark, I mean, I don't think it would work too well, would it? Putting a, with Anemone, still don't completely understand their special skill, which increases the duration and the interval of damage over time. I still really don't completely understand what that is. We're going to have to see if we can figure out that a little bit more. I mean, not the best, but oh, damage there. Really doing the most. 154 million. Let's see if Christina can do a little bit better then. We'll swap Riri for Christina. And I hope she doesn't cancel her skill 2 on this one. Let's hope she doesn't cancel it on this one here. We could slow it down, perhaps, and see if we can see it. Can we see it? What was it? What was it? Absolute something? Was it a skill call? What was it? Demonic thrust? No, it's the other one. It's the other one. Absolute maniac. I don't know. What was it? I can't remember now. What was it called? What was it called? But it should be somewhere around about now when you would see her do it. Still waiting, Christina. Can we see? Can we see? Just see demonic thrust. I think she didn't cancel it. Did she? Has she? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. By now, I think she would have done it. She would have got to it's the 10th action, isn't it, that she does? I think by now she would have done it. If her damage is low, we will maybe unset her until we've seen it and then reset her again or something. Try again. New Year's Ray, Violet, Anemone, Ameth, and Ares is a good PvP team with her. Well, I have been wanting to revamp my PvP setup. I've been using Chunibyo Anna too long, so maybe we'll give that a try, actually. Maybe we will give that a try in PvP and see how it goes. Maybe we can report back. Because this damage is down again. Riri was better. I think she must have cancelled that skill 2 again. She must have. You must have. But yep, less damage here with Christina, who, as most people would think, is the shoo-in. I wonder how we would do against. It was the Prism Bird, Prism no Maho. Not Prism Magic. We didn't look at the. We didn't look at what damage it did. Anyway. Let's try again, and let's see if we can not cancel that skill, if we can get a little bit more, if that is what was happening. So, she won't do it straight away, but somewhere soon, we're going to want to maybe unset her. Let's unset her now, see if we can see that skill 2. Absolute something, I can't remember what it was, absolute, what was it? This is the pain of Christina. Both of us here. She usually fired off around about 1 minute to go. Somewhere around here. Usually when she gets to that 10th action. Demonic thrust, yes. Skill 2, please. Well, it was auto, not set, so she should have cancelled the absolute 1. There we go. She did it there, so she might have been cancelling it on that Union base. There we go. Right, now the damage should be a little bit higher. It should be a little bit higher. Everybody wants Louise. Everybody really likes Louise. I think most people then will be saving their jewels for Louise when she comes out. 16k is enough. If you're lucky it is, but I wouldn't recommend summoning. I really wouldn't recommend summoning unless you can go to pity. So, is there any Bond stories? Do you have lots of cake? Could you level up people's Bond stories? Could you read some story that you haven't done yet? Are there any side stories perhaps that you haven't gone through and got all the jewels out of? by the end of the month, you may be able to save up another 15k. So hopefully they're going to play in that same trick on us, where they tell us that we're getting a character, but then don't release it until the end of the month. In that case, if you get the 30k, then that might be enough. Anyway, this isn't doing a huge amount, is it? I mean, we saw that she did absolute 150 that time instead of, what was it? So it's... But then this wasn't really the boss to be taking on with a physical team anyway. So let's maybe we could just quickly, what time is it? We've got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. The Peacock, Madam Prism. Weeks of Dark as well, I believe. Yes. And she could be quite fierce. I think it was quite fierce. So let's see if we can at least survive this with a team like this. I guess damage really isn't the main focus here, because I don't think we're going to be doing as much damage as what we did last clown battle. But we just want to see if we could stay alive. Like I said, she can be a bit fierce. And even, there we go. Even with a Violet there, we are getting pecked off. Not picked off, we're getting pecked off. I wonder if there's any way around that then. If there's somebody else we could put on a team, it would allow us to survive, not necessarily do a huge amount of damage. I mean, the taunters on this team's cuckoo. I don't know if the taunter would work. It's these two slots getting smashed. That was an interesting one. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure they will tailor fights for Violets for the next month. So let's put her then on. Let's put her on our home screen here. Crying sobs. Yeah, a 30k, a 30,000 yen jewel pack in the Psy Games store for Golden Week. Well, I haven't actually looked at that. We're going to maybe have a little look at as everything freezes. Everything froze there a second. Right, we're going to have a look at the ticket that we got as well. So I mean, if you're willing to spend money, that is a way to get it. That's about 14 quid, isn't it? For how many jewels do you get for that one then? And that jewel pack. I mean, if it was 30,000 jewels, that would be pretty good. But I don't think it will be, will it? Anyway, Violet, she'll be at the top, I guess. You would have thought. Next to Vampy. There's Vampy. Where's Violet? Next to Vampy. Yeah, I went straight past her. Right, let's stick here on the screen then. 157 quid. Oh my goodness me, that's a little bit more, isn't it? That is a lot of money. And it's not even a pity's worth of jewels. I mean, I know all gotcha games are like this, but it's a lot of money to be spending on one character when you're not even guaranteed to get them. That's spooky. It's the spooky music and doesn't really go with the summon music there, does it? It's like, can we turn the spooky music, that summon music off? Anyway, does it go with chocolate music though either? I don't know. There we go. That was our summons for Violet. We will go and have a little look at it in more detail tomorrow. Maybe have a little look at the gotcha tickets. There are other things if people do want to spend money. Who are the characters that are worth perhaps picking up with that ticket? There's one I've got in mind if I was going to get it. I think it's here till the end of the month at least. It's here for a while. Does it say how long it's here for? It must say how long it's here for. Sales period until the 23rd. So yeah, we have got a few days to go before that one goes off sale. And then then, once we've done all that, we're going to have an announcement for the first limited character from this story event that we've got. This story event here with the alchemy girls in it. Everybody's in it. Look at them all there, wanting you to summon for them, and us saying, well, we would, but we were poor. They don't want a poor princess knight. Anyway, we don't want to end up. We don't want to end on a sad note like that. We did pretty well in our summons. We are now any VTuber fan now is probably going to go off to say goodbye to Galgura. Goodbye, Goob. It's going to be sad to see Goob go. See what she does where she goes in the future. Everything's going to be different. But anyway, for Princess Connect tonight, that will be it for me, I guess. I hope you do get Louise Cat. Save them jewels. Don't summon on anything else until her banner appears. And if you're lucky, it will be the third banner this month, and you'll be able to save a few more jewels for it. Ticketed Maho. Yes, she is one of the better picks, I guess, for people that maybe have a few of the characters. Rip Wallet Kunya. You're willing to spend money for Louise? Well, good luck when that comes on. We'll see what happens when that comes around. I think I'm looking at SF Siren if I were to buy that big ticket, but we'll have a look at that in a video again in a couple of days' time. And then, like I said, we were going to have to look at the first, as I'm assuming it's going to be, Alchemy Girl. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to go off now and salute the myth with the four myth girls that are there until a few hours when Guru goes later. And I say things in such weird ways, don't I? Why couldn't I? Well, I'm going to just say, I'm Tokkuri Yashi. Thank you very much for everybody come and watch the stream today. And any VOD gang, if any VOD gangs made it this far, say hello in the comments, because I don't imagine many VOD gang have. We'll see you again tomorrow then for a bit more of an in-depth look into Violet then, and we'll see where I think she fits. I mean, there's a few more Prifest. I don't think it's quite ready to do a Prifest tier list yet. Might save that until half anniversary, but there's definitely been some movement on it today with Violet and with Ranford. I think Grace has probably gone up a little bit more in value too. So I'll stop waffling on, and I will say thank you very much for watching again. I'm Tokkuri Yashi, and we'll see you all again very soon. Bye 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 bye. Hey.